Welcome back to Like 'em Off to the Flame Studios and Moldivite tutorial part 2. This time, when we're making our Moldivite pendant, we're going to actually stretch it into a claw or horn or tooth or whatever your little piece of Moldivite wants to be. Since they all have a already predetermined natural shape, kind of good to let the glass decide what it wants to be. So, at any rate, we are going to first use a 7mm rod to make our fuse this time. We want it to be less of a tack fuse, more actually hot fused on there. Reason being was we're going to stretch this into a shape, and so we don't want it giving on us during that process. This piece I got pretty lucky, is going to probably stretch out pretty nice to a cool looking something. I suggest cleaning your Moldivite first before using it really good, and preheating it in the kiln is kind of critical. This stuff is really, really tough. It's like probably harder than quartz even. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not quite as hard as quartz. Somebody should check on that. But yeah, it's glass, and it's really nice because it melts like butter. It's just really slow to melt. So we're going to get it nice and hot, and you'll see all those ridges are going to smooth out. And that's alright in your horn part. That looks kind of good. I kind of leave them there when it goes back up into the bale. That looks kind of neat. Gets back to that natural look. This is probably totally not the right angle for the camera because my arm is in the way. As we make these videos, guys, because it's kind of our goal to do this right and well and really have it be educational. That's why we're not cutting steps or speeding things up or anything, and I'm showing you everything just as if you were here watching me. But we welcome all the critique you can give us because we really want to do this in a very helpful manner. This is a benefit I never had growing up or coming up in glass. Sharing of information did not happen. It's like 21 years ago, so it was a very different scene. But I love this, being able to share, so I hope this is always helpful. Always, if you have any questions, feel free to PM me, send me a message, whatever works. Trying to get a nice claw point on here. Stuff's so tough. It looks like it's soft on the outside, but it really retains its hardness. It doesn't melt very quickly. That's gonna look good. Makes drawing your point out as you normally would a little more difficult. But that looks pretty good right there. So we're now going to put a 5mm rod on point side. Looks really cool. It looks very natural. Like a tooth or a claw. Likes. We want to put this right where the linear part will be for connecting your bale. So as you can see, you kind of got to let the claw you don't want to connect to the end of the claw because then you won't be linear for putting your bale on there good. So after you pull that 7 mil off there, you want to clean up all this extra glass that's left behind. It's very simple. The boil comes off pretty easy, and the Moldivite doesn't like to hold on to it, so it's really easy to clean up. We're going to put a little flat area to help with our bale smoothing out, which isn't all that easy. This will flatten, but you got to get it pretty hot. This has a really natural look. I like this. This is really cool. So now we're going to find another color to use again. I don't know where I put what I was using. Start by getting a little ball on the end of our Europa star here that we're going to make our bale out of. And get the Moldivite hot. Put those two together. Building a nice little Maria on there, getting a good fuse with that Moldivite. Once we got a good blob on there, we'll start drawing it back off. And just a little bit more than I want on there. Again, we'll take our bale biters for this style bale. There we go, with our brass finger, we've now made a really perfect bale. We'll slide this in the kiln while we encase our opal. Again with 9.5 millimeter tubing. Clean up the end. I usually make a little like cone shape on the inside of this tube. That seems to be the best way of slowly sucking things together, so like you don't trap an air bubble right there. For this one, we're going to use a small. It does kind of suck when the opals go falling places, which happens to me quite a bit. So we're using a polished pear opal in there. Well, this is going to be a tricky one because it kind of positions itself in a way that's going to be hard to suck this air out. Maybe not. Yes, maybe so. Currently I have an air bubble right on the very curvature of my pear-shaped opal, so we're going to have to dig that out of there first. So we'll just skin all this extra glass off there, like such. And we just got it. Now we gotta add glass back to there. Kind of important to use clean glass because if not, when you're doing this, it will boil. Just don't if your lens of your opal, not just so tricky. Especially because there's not much lens going on here to begin with. So you want both to be pretty warm. Attach a good blob on there. Voila, we're good as new. So now we gotta pull this off the remainder of the tube. A little bit of glass on that flat side left. Scrape off. Yeah, we got a nice polished pear opal there ready to get mounted. Sometimes they're a little tricky to see which is what side's the pointed one and which side's the round one. Okay, got it. So we heat our bale. Use a nice oxidizing flame for all of this. We're going to warm our opal, center it. Right on there. Again with the Smith torch. That's simple. Now we'll pull it off. This is something I didn't show you in the previous Moldivite tutorial. If I can find my tweezers, there we go. So we come back to the cold fuse. And you can try to do it this way. Sometimes I've gotten it to tap off. But dude, this stuff really grabs on there well. So usually you're stuck doing it this way. Just slowly cleaning it up, which is okay. You don't have to really worry about the Moldivite changing shape. That stuff is so stiff. Even where the point is on this claw, I don't really worry about it moving. So I can clean this up relatively easily. Sometimes marbling things in is easier than trying to melt it in, especially when they are this hard like this. And there we go.